Hello, on today's episode of the Comics Panel, we're going to be talking about the animated Justice League Dark and Aquaman. All right.
Hey, how's it going?
We're back.
Andy and Mike. Whoa!
No, it's not Mike.
Who are you?
Oh, Norm.
It's Norm.
Yeah.
Norm from the Comics Den in
know his
Middletown is joining us today, and we're very lucky to have him. And we're going to be talking about the animated film Justice League Dark and what we think about Aquaman in the new Justice League movie, live-action movie.
You brought this up. You were saying you hope that they do justice for Aquaman.
Well, we have to. I mean, Aquaman's been around for as long as I've been around.
Founding member.
Absolutely. And he has the ability to be the most dominating character in Justice League.
Sure.
Oh, absolutely.
If they do it the right way. I feel they picked a great character, a great actor. But it's what you're going to do with that. Is this going to be something we're going to see 5 minutes of Aquaman? Or are they going to put him in the forefront and show people what he can actually do?
Yeah.
I think they're going to give him his due. I mean, they're putting a lot of promotion around him, so why wouldn't they give him his just desserts? I mean, Jeff Johns has been trying to get him out of that bad mode.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it definitely seems like they're going to do something with him because, like you said, he is one of the really great characters, not just, founding member and been around, but, you had said earlier, he's part of the ocean. He's the king of the ocean, He controls 2/3 of the world, and there's all kinds of stuff going on. He's got a great history and a great origin.
But does he control 2/3? I mean, only Atlantis, really, because Mira and her
he's
kind,
the most powerful thing in the ocean. So
Mira's pretty powerful.
He's not as powerful as Aquaman.
They had Jeff Johns series. They had her rank and filed right next to him, not beneath them. Actually, if you read The Future's End, she becomes the leader, and Aquaman's a servant.
Yeah, but still,
if we got to go by DC canon, they're saying it's okay. Well, she's very strong. She can take the
I'm
water
not
out
saying
of you.
that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying Aquaman's the king of the ocean.
And they
That's
changed
it.
And they changed her around too, because she was always trying to, in the comics, she was always trying to kill him. She was always a little bit off upstairs.
Right.
And
they brought it back to. Yeah.
So they brought her back to some normalcy, which is good. Yeah. But I mean, you were talking about, they've kept Aquaman as always the joke of the Justice League. He can't do this. He can only talk to fishies. But in the comic book world, no comic ever treated him like that. He was, the best
he's been
out there.
pretty good in his comic world. Not always the best. I'm still not crazy about when they did the whole fish eating his hand off thing.
Yeah, but he couldn't help that.
I understand, but that was a little. But other than that, I really enjoyed what they've always done with Aquaman. Pretty much he's been pretty good in the comics. It's like when we get to remember Super Friends and stuff like that, the cartoon on Saturday mornings. Then he always got the short end of the stick.
That's what I'm worried about.
They just didn't. Well, they never really did a whole lot in the water.
Right.
And if they're not doing a whole lot in the water...
he can only stay out in that water an hour, right? So
no, he can stay out longer than that.
They've changed the history now?
I don't know, but
No, there's been times they've said because he's like a fish, he's half fish.
I understand that, but no, I didn't think there was that much of a limit on him.
I remember the one comics when I was reading them, there was an hour
I'm sure
limit.
there's more of a limit on him than the average person in the desert.
Throw a heat lamp on him and some alcohol, and he's screwed.
Yeah, but see, now you're talking about you got catfish that can live for 4 hours on the bank. This is Aquaman. He can live. And he might choose not to.
And plus,
water, right?
Come on now.
They start their renumbering and
Right.
So there is, how much can we depend on canon?
That we I was like, I remember this issue. Yeah, but that dismissed it in that issue. Oh, that's right.
So hopefully
you've seen enough
see
of those.
A lot of the king of the ocean, Lord of the Seven Seas type of thing.
Well, and we've talked about Aquaman at times here, and I remember the one storyline where he, because of dealing with underwater pressure, he's very strong.
Oh,
so
yeah.
If you could throw a fist in the water and hit something and hurt it, imagine what you can do on dry land. Oh, and they should play with
but
that.
But that's my argument. Absolutely, that's my argument.
Oh,
is he needs to be dominant. I'm sure he's not going to be in the forefront as much as I would like. I would like to see him and Wonder Woman take over the entire movie.
I hope they buddy up a little bit,
right.
Being both,
regal.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. Yeah,
but I just want to see him. I want to see him put in the forefront and show people what he can do. I want to see the interest that I've always had in Aquaman. Aquaman has been one of the characters that I've stood by through some terrible writing and some great writing and some terrible artistry and some great art.
And some great art.
I didn't even know we were going to talk about Aquaman, but I wore my Aquaman shirt
There you
too.
go.
See?
Love my Aquaman.
That's what
You
I'm
thought you were
talking
going to see
about.
something, didn't you, guys?
Yeah.
You got Aquaman's flashing.
But here's an opportunity. Here's an opportunity to bring a character that just sits on the shelves way too much and show people the actor that you have playing Aquaman is going to do great justice
Yes.
to this. And I'm excited to see it. I just hope it's not a letdown for me.
So that last line you said, he sits on the shelf a lot. He doesn't have good movement of title and storyline on your books and in your store?
No, especially back issues. I'm probably the biggest buyer of Aquaman that I've ever met. I will eat up Aquaman back issues.
It's diehard Aquaman fans. You know what I mean? That keep it alive.
Well, this movie should change that.
You'll
bring a lot
you
of
know
new
what I
ones
mean?
in.
It's you can always have. There's always diehard Superman or Spider-Man's fans, but the Aquaman fans are fewer and far between.
And they are, but yet they still write him. He is still one of the top 5 titles that they write. So they know the potential is there, and you do have great writers on Aquaman.
Yeah.
But the fact is that without the mainstream, get it out there, get people to see who this character is, because everybody knows who Batman is, everybody knows who Superman is, everybody knows who the Flash is now. Thank you to
CW.
CW.
Yeah.
But let's do the same for Aquaman, and we're going to see if people actually notice the power that they have in this character, and hopefully, really, I don't care if anybody else buys him. Aquaman. I just wanted to do
I
that
love
for me.
Aquaman. I wouldn't have bought this shirt. I think one thing that hurt Aquaman, if you remember the Wizard price guide, they really helped personify Aquaman as being a loser, because they always did stuff to him when they put those
they
little
always
doll
ditched on him.
sketches.
He was one of their characters they
All
never
the
really
time.
liked.
Yep.
The one, I remember they were in the line waiting to see the new Star Wars movie or something, and everybody's crowded, all the action figures in the end of the line, but Aquaman's in the beginning. He goes, "Hey guys, come on, you can come in front of me," and they're like, "Oh no, we want to stay here," and they just razzed on him all the time. In fact, Robot Chicken did one where everybody's floating in the air, and they thought he was they thought they were in the invisible plane, and he comes running over to jump on, and he crashes on his butt, and they all laugh. "We could fly. We don't need a plane."
Right.
And he's like, "Oh, they do all those poor things to him." But powerful character, and without talking to the fishes. I mean, there was a scene, and we talked about this on a previous episode, where there was a helicopter hovering, 100 feet over or whatever. Aquaman swims under the water, swims super fast, jumps right into a helicopter. So he could propel himself into the air. So if you're not always in the ocean, his strength could probably do like Hulk things, just high jumps,
Torpedo.
Oh, absolutely.
And torpedoing.
But it's the same thing with the water too. You control the ocean, you control the water. That water can go anywhere.
Yeah.
You push it hard enough, it'll go.
We could put oil in
Especially
it too
when
and
he
kill
gets-
his buddies.
Well, especially when he gets, Neptune's or Poseidon's trident,
Yeah.
They can do all kinds of stuff with that, really work that ancient god stuff going on with him.
All the time.
They can
Well-
always do things with that.
From the storyline, from what I understand, one of the Darkseid's boom
Parademons?
boxes,
Oh, Mother Box.
they've buried them.
Yeah.
One is going to be on Amazon, on the Amazon island. What is that? Themyscira?
Thermoscar.
Yeah, Paradise Island. And one was being put in the ocean as well. There's a couple of them around. The one that they discover is for Cyborg. And that's how he becomes who he is, because that's part of the Mother Box. Because I looked up the original Cyborg history, origin,
yeah.
and they always say it was some alien technology that advanced him. So now, because we're moving in with Darkseid, they say, oh, it came from
was New
Apocalypse
Genesis.
or New Genesis. No, Apocalypse.
Well, it could be either or.
Oh, it could be either or. Who created the Mother Box?
I'd say that was.
Yeah, see.
I would say New Genesis, but maybe it was what came before New Genesis and Apocalypse split.
Yeah, that's possible.
I think it was maybe a power source from before that. I'm not exactly sure, but the Mother Boxes have been around as long as
I don't remember ever New Genesis using those. I mean,
I'm sure that for other people used them.
I
Yeah,
thought
see,
they
and
had
that's the
Forever
first time I
People,
remember.
yeah.
was in the
Okay,
Forever
so in their car that had a mother box in their vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just asking. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, that's neat. So then, yeah, it could be that they each had the technology.
They
when
could
it
all
split.
touch the mother box and turn into the Infinity Man. Remember him?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Had like a square head like Frankenstein.
Yeah.
A big lightning bolt
Don't ruin it
spear.
for people. He's coming into the next movie, maybe.
That would be cool if they would do that.
Quick, go get that issue.
Yeah.
Come to your store and visit. He
Hey.
might have it. We don't know.
Do the Forever People on TV. That'd be
They
cool.
should do that. Hey, Jack Kirby, anything by the Kirby man.
That's right.
Pretty much.
But then
Well-
you got to do it justice too. If it's
Yeah.
going to have
Gotta do
Kirby's
what?
name on it, you got to do it justice.
Oh yeah, 100%. Well, speaking of doing Kirby stuff, Justice League Dark, one of the biggest creations is in there. The Demon.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we just saw the trailer about 6 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The Demon's in it. There's some big baddies, magicians. What's that, Kurt? We're not getting ice cream now? All right, sorry, Kurt. I made a joke. But Batman seeks to fight off the demons and the spirit world with a bunch of people. He
There's a
gathers
bunch of
them all.
magic going on, yeah. So and they need to. The Justice League is forced into the realm of the supernatural, and that's when they end up hooking up with Constantine and
Fishnet Girl.
Zatanna, even though she doesn't have fishnets on in the movie.
Swamp Thing.
And Swamp Thing's involved in it. So, well, if you read Justice
And
League
the
Dark, you know
Demon.
the
The
basic,
Demon is in there.
basic.
Who's your favorite from those people?
John Constantine.
Oh, yeah? Cool.
No doubt. I'll spit that
Oh,
out
please.
90% of the time. He's a great character. One of my favorite all-time characters, and not for the reason that most people do. I like his arrogance, the fact that it doesn't matter. I want to do what I want to do. It doesn't matter, and I enjoy that. I think it's a totally different read from a lot of the other superhero comics. He's definitely an anti-hero, if anything.
Oh,
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
But
So
he's
did
a
you
key
watch
member.
the series when it came out?
Oh, I love
That was an awesome show, wasn't it?
And they picked it up. CW picked it up. So
Are they coming out with it? I
it,
didn't hear it.
it's not coming out until after they bring him on with Legends of Tomorrow.
Good.
So they'll do that first, but they do have it. They do have the rights to it now, so it will. And the actor's going to be the same actor playing
And
Good.
John Constantine, which is awesome.
What'd you think of Keanu Reeves' take on it?
I liked it until I saw the TV show.
You know, yeah, the guy looked just like John
It
Constantine.
just worked out.
Yeah.
I mean, Keanu Reeves did well. I mean, did really
loved
good.
it.
I watched the
I
entire
liked the
movie.
movie.
The movie was
with
awesome.
excitement, but the individual playing the character means a lot to me, and I got a hard time after watching the Flash on CW, then watch the Justice League, and you see the difference in the two Flash. The character, the individuals might be totally different, but I see a different Flash just by looking at him.
Well, that's what they said. They didn't want to take that guy from the CW and put him in that because when you want the lighter side of Flash, you can go to the CW. You want the darker, like rougher edge Flash,
Well,
you can go
yeah,
to the
more
movies.
mature.
No, not mature, edgier. That's what the
Yeah.
quote said. Because they're going to keep the guy on CW clean edge, everything else. This kid can be the harder edge if they need to be. They don't have to worry.
Or just put him in the story that's a little harder.
Yeah, but they can't do that with the guy from CW.
Yeah.
They don't want people mixing that up.
Oh, sure they can.
Yeah, they
That's
could.
what they wanted. I mean, they've
It's
got
a
the
whole
money.
thing.
They could do whatever they
That's
want.
right, and they do. And ultimately, they got my money. I went. And,
Yeah.
it's,
I'm going to go see, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, even the Batman, was it Batman Superman? When I seen Flash in there, it was the same thing. I'm going to go see it. They get my money every time. I am so not happy with Batman. I do not
As
like
Ben Affleck?
Yeah,
Yeah?
as Ben Affleck instead of Ben Affleck as Batman. But they got my money and I saw it 3 times. So there you go.
We can't
like
complain.
something.
We can't complain. Well, that's the thing, though, too. I mean, with Ben Affleck, I think, maybe 3-4 movies tops, and then he's going to be too old to play the character. Unless we're going to do a Frank Miller version, they're going to get another one.
Right.
So that's okay.
Yeah, it's the
know.
same thing comics have been doing.
Yeah, it's
forever.
just
You
going to
get
be
a new writer,
just,
new
yeah,
drawer.
new writer, new artist, new team,
That's it.
new actor, new director.
And as a comic book, enthusiast like yourself, now we've talked about this, you got to love finally seeing our stuff that we've collected, read, and had passion for finally up on the big screen. I mean, that's the killer. We
And
finally get
everywhere.
to see it. Yes.
It's if you look in the past year, the number one grossing movies are superhero movies.
Yep.
Well, it's just nice to have, even though some movies may be better than others, it's just nice to be able to say that.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead of having something, instead of having nothing.
Exactly, which we've had for years.
You know,
and
except
gets
what
me-
they would do maybe on television, in the 70s and stuff.
Exactly.
Which was,
Well, we took it too.
we
And
loved
took
every
it.
bit of
oh
that
my God.
too. The Doctor
Lou
Strange
Ferrigno.
movie.
Oh, yeah.
I only saw that once in my life, and that was on television.
That's all you need.
You know what I mean? When it broadcast the first time.
How about the Spider-Man with the silver eyes? And
Oh,
the
I watched
crafty
that all
web?
the time,
that was
every
my-
week.
I loved it.
Absolutely.
But even now, as you say, everybody has the Superman shield on or Batman shield on, and it's like, you know what? You should salute us because it's us that made that successful. You see us, you shake our hand instead of trying to drown our heads in a toilet. Salute us and thank us because we kept it alive. Because after the bankruptcy dives of all those things, if we never were there, they might have not have made those movies. Because I'm sure when they made the first, say, Spider-Man, they calculated, okay, how many fanboys will go see this? Okay, we got a couple million that can make the money back for us. Then if they bring dates, scratch that. So if we got $1 million, we'll
Absolutely.
get that. So
Yeah.
it's us, and they should salute us, don't you think? When
Absolutely,
they see us, yes.
100%.
Okay. Do you think we killed that?
I think so.
I think we killed it.
Yeah.
He's still running, so. Okay, we love you guys. Get bored of the same old story, turn some comic book pages, leave any comments in the box below.
And check us out on Facebook, and please subscribe
Subscribe.
to our YouTube channel. Thanks.
Thank you.